time there. Raducan 7th and the Hungarian in 8th position. So with 2 rotations to go, it really is wide open. This European title literally is anybody's for the taking. And of course we'll be seeing more from Britain's Lisa Mason as well, coming into the 3rd and final rotation of these European Championships in Bercy Stadium, Paris. We'll take another quick commercial break here on Eurosport. We'll be back with part 2 after these short messages. Stay with us.
France Telecom, official partner of the French national gymnastics team.
Um 10:15
European Championships for Artistic Gymnastics. We're at the halfway point with Simona Amenor, the runner-up in this event 2 years ago. Looking very comfortable in the lead at the moment. But first to go in the 3rd of 4 rotations is Olga Rashkupina. The vault for the younger Ukrainian. If you just joined us in this European Championship event, 2 vaults to be performed, the average score of the 2 taken, and added to the 3 other apparatus scores. The highest score for the 4 pieces will be crowned the European champion. Fair to say this is the last major tournament before the Sydney Olympic Games. Just Maria Olaru, the world all-around champion, perhaps the only top name absent from today's proceedings. Rashkupina very much in the chase for the title so far. Just to remind my co-commentator sitting next to me, she's already put her money down on the table and tipped this young performer as a potential medalist in Sydney, and so far she's looking most impressive.
Well, vault tariff slightly low, but the very fact that she is attacking vault like that at the tender age of 16 after already having had major surgery on an Achilles tendon injury says what kind of stickability this kid has got. They round off, half twist on and half twist into 1.5 back somersault. It could be a debating full on, which from the side angle it looks, and from the end angle it almost looks like only a half with a quervo. But that is, to all intents and purposes, a full twist on, even though she doesn't make it. So for being under twisted on the top of the apparatus, she will lose a couple of tenths, and she's down on tariff. As I said, the big guns are looking for between 9/8 and 10 tariff vaults. The second vault to go, very demanding. And in the pike position, and very much better executed. She had better contact with the horse. The whole thing had better dynamics altogether.
9-4-1-8 the score, and Rashkupina is staying in the chase.
And there we go. Same vault in the pike position, but for my money, she's only getting 3/4 of a twist onto the top. There you see the second hand position not crossed around. Looks as though she's screaming while she's going over the top. Very upright hurdle step. Quite unusual. But smashing performance there from the young Ukrainian in total.
Quickly over to the floor. Early leader, Victoria Karpenko.
Arabian double somersault into punch front. Very laid-back performer. 1.5 twist walkout. Punch front piked on the end of the series. Double back pike, well controlled and worked out handspring-like jump. And Karpenko woos the judges in a different way by her sheer acrobatic skill rather than her dance. Pulling back out to finish. A wry grin at the end. Take that. She says it with magnificent tumbling. Technical purity in her dance, be it not the most charismatic of performances.
Absolutely, Monica, well pointed out there. And we're starting to see a clear difference in styles between the Ukrainians and the Romanians and the Russians, who seem to be the team and the individual performers full of the creativity and the personality, but there is no question the technical attention to detail in this performance. Victoria Karpenko's floor routine, exceptional.
She demonstrates so much variety and is very calm. She looks so capable of producing everything. Nothing looks an effort.
Top qualifier, of course, picked up the best points there. She is the world rank number 2, but currently leading, coming into this third rotation for the Romanian team, is Simona Amănar. She really has been very consistent throughout, and many say that's the name of the game in the all-around competition.
And that a very good, long, high, well-executed vault. And I think that currently Korkina is in first place, and if Amănar puts in 2 vaults like that, she'll knock Korkina off top spot. Very businesslike vaulter. Just look at that magnificent lift, looking at the horse right through, tight on the double twist. Good form, good dynamics, high shoulders on landing, well controlled. She's got to put a second one in of the same quality now. It's got to be the first in slow motion again, because we don't do the same 2 vaults. And here comes the second one for real. And that the Phelps vault, innovated at the Atlanta Olympics by J.C. Phelps. And that's a Sukahara entry, and then a half twist into front 1.5 somersault.
But again, often the case with Amănar, she'll, what some may criticise as take the easier route, but everything is performed with no great mistakes. So she's not afraid to come down a little on the tariff if necessary, but whatever she's doing, it is solid. And that really is the story of this young woman's performances so far. Now let's stick with the Romanians, quickly get over to the bars. Andreea Raducan, also in the chase for medals in this European All-Around Championship.
The coach allowed to be on the podium on release and catch elements. Raducan, that's a bar exchange. Took her to handstand on the bottom bar. Oh, that was a long dismount. Left go, release points a little bit early. You notice how many of the gymnasts are not wearing handguards, but just bandages or braids, as we call them. Because of the complicated hand positions, the dowels in the handguards were intrusive to the skill. And there, demonstrated just ordinary cotton bandage. And this, the Ginger, almost bit the bar. Landed very, very close to it there. She's moving into the dismount, and that was an early release. Just managed to have time to spot the floor and get round on the half twist. But a very much improved asymmetric bar routine from Raducan since Tan Ying.
Well, this is the one that we've all been waiting for, the Olympic and World, and even bars champion, Svetlana Khorkina. She needs to pull something out of the bag quite special here. Remember, she comes into this third rotation a little further down the standings than she would like, and as the defending European champion, she knows this is the apparatus she can pull herself back into top position.
Nobody can touch her on this. It's just poetry. Markelov earlier on, and then half-twisting Heck to catch the bar. She just moves from skill to skill. Bit of a dead legs on the landing, but that's as far as she went wrong. And so straight-armed, so flowing, every skill so precise. She really does swing bars so well. I hope you managed to see it in slow motion.
Not really sure the jib camera is the best way to watch that performance, to be honest, but there we see the battle moves on, and it is Amanor and Khorkina, and for now, Amanor turns the tables on the European Championships of 2 years ago, Khorkina in runner-up position. Zamolodchikova is in third, Karpenko moves back into the chase in fourth, Moya for Spain, consistent throughout 5, Rashkopina 6, Raducan in 7th, and Moreau de Fez, also of the Spanish team, is in 8th place. Amanor or Khorkina, that is where the battle lies, with just one rotation to